Are you wanting to get a jump start for your health? Or maybe you're trying to help someone that you love improve their health. I'm Dr. David DeRose, and I want to today address a very common question that's coming my way. In fact, I know it's common because just this week, a physician friend of mine called me from across the country, and he was asking me this very thing. Specifically, how can I help, in this case, some of my patients improve their health in just a short time? Well, for some of you who are familiar with my website, compasshealth.net, and my YouTube videos, you may have seen some of the resources that we have available. But what I'm finding is even a lot of people that are aware of what I've been doing don't know how to put their hands on the comprehensive free lifestyle program that we have. So I want to introduce you to that in this program and also tell you about an upscaled version that we have also put out over the last couple of years. I want to take you first to my website, which is compasshealth.net. So we're just going to go ahead there and we're going to let you take a look at what I am doing here. Anyway, so here we are at compasshealth.net. This is my website. And I want to put in your hands some resources, free resources for a 30-day lifestyle program. So you can do this on your own. And if you go to my section under resources, that's what we're doing first. So resources here, you'll see a number of options. You will see help for high blood pressure. You will see the Methuselah factor. You will see free materials, immune system, immune enhancement handout, evading Ebola free ebook, and other free videos. Okay? So how we're gonna start this process to make it, I think, the simplest is to go to help for high blood pressure, because this will give you a little bit of background as to what we're talking about as well. So I'm just clicking on that, help for high blood pressure. And what happens is when you click on that, you'll see this page. Initially, you see an image of the book that I co-authored with Dr. Greg Steinke and nurse practitioner Trudy Lee. If you're interested in cutting edge help for high blood pressure, that's right. This is typically one of the top 10 books on Amazon for blood pressure control. And tell you a little bit about the history of the book. After we wrote the book, I was getting a lot of people, and no doubt Greg and Trudy were hearing the same thing. A lot of people were telling us what a great book it is. I think right now it's got 500 reviews on Amazon. So a lot of people have not only read the book, but have shared their feedback on it. But other people were saying, hey, I'm sure it's a great book, but I'm not going to read a book. I'm not much of a reader. Do you have some other resources? And so it was because of questions like that that we put together a series of free videos. And you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just scrolling down the page to the section that says free videos. And if you were to load all of them, you see this option, load more, just click on there. And you can see that it will load, it looks like 6 videos at a time. But there's actually a series of 30 free videos. And if you're looking at the fine print, day 1 of 30, day 2 of 30, day 3 of 30, this is a free 30-day program. Now, you'll notice, I'm going to go ahead and open up one of these. These are all on YouTube, so you can also find them on YouTube as well. And you see, if you're to watch this video, it's part of a series entitled 30 Days to Natural Diabetes and High Blood Pressure Control. So this is a series of videos that I put together to help folks actually walk through our blood pressure book. And as I was doing these videos, I said, going into the project, I said, these same principles help with diabetes. So from the very beginning, I highlighted things that help blood pressure and diabetes in a free 30-day program. If we are to open one of these videos, you'll notice, you can see here, this is only about 4 minutes long. And by the way, that's pretty much true of all the videos in this series. We're talking somewhere averaging probably around 5 or 6 minutes long, some shorter, maybe some a little bit longer. So what I've just showed you is how you can get access to the videos for a free 30-day lifestyle program. But I've got other tools that can help you on that lifestyle program, and I want to tell you about that because even folks who've watched the videos don't realize that we have other free resources. And to share those with you, I've got to give you a little bit more background. So after we did those videos, 30 daily videos with specific tasks every day, something specific to focus on, and then you continue that throughout the 30-day program. I actually was invited to give a lecture at a high-profile international meeting talking about a topic that I've been speaking on for probably, I'm guessing, 15 or 20 years. I've been calling it the Methuselah factor. It is dealing with the practical science of blood fluidity. Scientifically, we call it hemorrheology. So some of you may be aware that a couple years ago, I put out the book called The Methuselah Factor. And it is another popular book on Amazon. You can pick up a copy of the book, but I want to show you something that we put together free based on the book that you can utilize even if you never pick up a copy. So here's where I'm going with this. When I was asked to speak on this topic, as I was preparing for the talk, I said, you know what? Some years ago, I had written what ultimately became the first 13 chapters in this book, the Methuselah Factor book. I'm a writer, so a lot of times as a writer, you'll be working on a project and then kind of put it aside. There's something else more important. And I had really written the framework for a book on the Methuselah Factor, talking about why it was so important, why it's important to improve our blood fluidity. And I'll give you a few tools that can help you with that if you're interested in the topic. But in the context of this invited lecture, I said, you know, I should finish that book. And in fact, I just did these 30 daily videos focused on diabetes and high blood pressure. And I said, you know what? Those principles, those 30 daily principles, are the very same kind of principles that would help people with their Methuselah factor, help them optimize their blood fluidity. So with that in mind, I said something very simple. I said, okay, let's go back and use those principles as the framework for the Methuselah Factor book. Now, here's where I'm coming up with the free resource. This book has a table that I want to give you free of charge, and I'm going to show you how to get it. That table will walk you through a 30-day lifestyle program, whether you use my free videos or whether you use this book that you can purchase, or actually we do have some upgraded professional videos that go through the whole Methuselah Factor approach. But I'll tell you about those in a minute. So let me tell you how you can get the next free resource. So we're going to go ahead and go back to take a look at my screen. So I'm going back here to the Compass Health website, back to the Compass Health page. And some of you say, whoa, how did you get there? So let me show you. This is where we're going. I'm going to give you a free copy of Figure 15 from my Methuselah Factor book. So whether you buy the book, whether you use the program in the book or not, this checklist will help you keep track of your goals, your objectives, your progress on the 30-day program. If you're using my free 30 Days to Natural Diabetes and High Blood Pressure Control video series. So let me show you how you get to this page. It's really very simple. You just come here to the resource tab. Before we were at help for high blood pressure. Remember that? Under help for high blood pressure, you saw a picture of the book. You scroll down. Remember this? You say, boy, I'd have a terrible memory. You just showed me that a few minutes ago. Went to the free videos. This time you're going to my resources and you're going to Methuselah Factor. So when you click on Methuselah Factor, it's a similar layout. You first see my Methuselah Factor book. Yes, you can buy the book, can learn more about it there, but that's not our focus. We're giving you free resources. There are daily videos that go along with the Methuselah Factor. These 30 daily videos go through the same daily challenges in the free blood pressure program. The only difference between the two, well, there's several differences. So the free videos, just a simple project, me just sitting down in front of the webcam, walking people through a program. The Methuselah Factor 30-day video series uses all the same goals. It's the same program as far as the challenges. I mean, there's some tweaks in it. But what that video series was done, it was done in a professional setting, so it's professionally produced. A lot of additional video footage pulled into that series to make it theoretically more engaging, higher quality, but it also applies the principles to more than just diabetes and high blood pressure. So we're looking at how you can improve physical performance, how you can improve mental performance. So basically things to optimize your health, decrease your risk of vision problems. So a whole host of things is covered, decrease your risk of cancer, heart disease, stroke, et cetera, et cetera. All of that is covered in the Methuselah Factor program. So we just expand the videos, improve the quality, professionally produced. That's a for-fee product that I'm not focusing in this how-to video, but you can learn more about it right here using this link. But again, I'm trying to give you free resources here. Free resources for both the Methuselah Factor in this section of my website. We have similar resources in the blood pressure section, how you can host a seminar. So maybe you're in a health club, maybe a community center at the place where you live. Maybe it's your faith community. You're wanting to do something in your church, your synagogue, your mosque, your temple, wherever you worship. Maybe it's just a community group that you want to sit down together, a family group, and encourage each other. This will give you tools to do that. Those are all free right there at Get Started. But what I want to show you is this right here, download chart. When you click on that, you'll see the chart that I already exposed you to. What that does, it's a checklist. It's designed for the Methuselah Factor program. It was originally designed to complement this book. But remember the backstory. The goals for each chapter, each daily chapter in this book are the same as what I used in the free 30 days to natural diabetes and high blood pressure control videos. So my point is, if you just want the free program, download this chart and you're going to see the basically identical goals spelled out. Let me blow this up for you so you can get an example of some of the things we're talking about. Okay, so for day number 8, so see how this works? There's the chapter that it refers to, chapter number in my Methuselah Factor book, which you don't need to have. And then the day number 8, it's going to say decrease salt consumption. That's covered in chapter 22. So if you do want to use the Methuselah Factor book to aid you as you go through the free video program, sure, you can pick that up. But let me just do that. Let me turn to chapter 22 in my book, and it says seek low sodium options. That's the title of the chapter. So first 13 chapters in this book, all about why the Methuselah Factor is important. The last 30 chapters in the book, day by day chapters, walking you through this program. You can get the program free going to those videos that I mentioned earlier. But my point is simply this. Get this chart, because what you do is this will allow you to track your progress. You will then check from day to day. So on day 8, you'll start checking. Okay. Actually, it's interesting. This table, you need to put day 8 here along with week number 1. So boy, we need to rectify that. Looks like we're missing that day in this chart. So it's always good to share things with people. You see that days 1 through 7, and then 9 to 14, we're missing that day 8. So we'll try to address that in a future edition of this table. But anyway, so you can mark that right here. And there is a place for the totals. Some people like to do that at the end of the week. But you'll be keeping track each time from day 8 onward that you did what? That you actually decreased your salt consumption. You made a conscious choice each day to do that, and you just check that box off in this column. Okay? It works as simply as that. So hopefully what I've done today is give you a little bit more insight into what is on the compasshealth.net website. When you go there, it looks just like this. That's where you start. And when you go over this resource tab, help for high blood pressure and Methuselah Factor, that's what I've shown you. We've got a lot of other free materials you could take advantage of. If you haven't gotten our free extensive immune system handout, that's something worth picking up. We're still giving out free copies of my Evading Ebola book with a lot of practical tips on how to improve your immune system. And then let me just show you this free video link as we wind up. If you click on that, it actually brings you to the Compass Health Consulting YouTube channel. That brings you right to the YouTube channel. And if you look under playlists, okay, that's another way that you can access the different videos that we've been talking about. So I'm clicking on that, playlists. And what I want to show you here is we have a variety of things here, but what I'm going to show you here is right here, this one, new revised 30 days to natural diabetes and high blood pressure. That will take you to the 30-day program. This one here, the missing link, the Methuselah Factor series, this goes through videos that go along with, is free videos, go along with my first 14 chapters of the Methuselah Factor book. Let me just show you that. You can see there's an overview video, then there's one on arthritis, enhanced performance, lowering blood pressure. All of these you can see anywhere from what, 5 to 8 minutes, something like that. Here's one that's just 3 minutes on weight control. So basically, those are free videos that give you background into the Methuselah Factor program. And if you go back to these playlists, you can see a number of other things here. The Methuselah Factor 30-day diet and lifestyle program. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to click on that for you. This will give you some selected videos of the Methuselah Factor series. These are available for purchase. You can get the whole series, but I've included maybe 8 or 10 of the 30 videos that you can watch for free just to kind of get a better feel for it. But that's a good resource for you as well. So hopefully what we've done today is given you some resources that can help you and those that you love get on a 30-day intensive lifestyle program. Feel free to reach out to me through my website, compasshealth.net. If you've got other questions, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're coming out with a lot of great content to help you. I'm Dr. DeRose, wishing you the very best of health.